Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to our 25-minute writing sprint. Sorry, I'm a little late. I got set up, was about to start, and then realized that I had forgotten my phone. I had lost it, so I had to run around and find it because I usually use it to do things. So sorry, I'm going to be sweating and fanning myself for a minute because I haven't run that fast in a while. But anyway, welcome to our 25-minute writing sprint. Today is going to be an abbreviated session. So normally we do 4 rounds of 25-minute writing with a 5-minute break in the middle. And today we'll be going from 5:30 to 7, because usually it's 5:30 to 7:30. So hopefully you'll be able to join us for the whole time. If you're unfamiliar with writing sprints, basically what happens is that for whatever the allotted time is, for us, 25 minutes, you focus in on whatever project you're working on, and it allows you to kind of focus for a short amount of time and then take a break versus trying to sit down for hours and hours. Even though with the rounds you can still end up doing that. So the way it works for us is that there'll be 25 minutes that you will write on whatever you need to write on, whether it's a comic script, a manuscript, whatever, a puzzle, a story, an idea, a YouTube script, whatever it is that you have, you can focus on that. And as you do that, and then when the time is up, you will simply stop and we'll take a 5-minute break. During that time, if you'd like to share how things went, that's awesome. We love to hear the things that went well as the things that you might have struggled with. And that allows us to champion you as well as just kind of share in the struggles and build a community here that supports one another. So that is what we are working to achieve today. So I always do like a 5-minute intro. So that's what we'll be doing for now. And then at the end of the intro timer, we will start. It's fun. This is the first writing sprint I think I've had in months where I actually don't have like a hard due date. I finished my fantasy story last week. I sent it off to the artist, and then I've been done with Blood and Insight issue 1 for a while. So, today I'll be focusing on doing a couple of applications, just because I need to apply for shows next year. And then after that, I will be going and working on Blood and Insight issue 2, which is exciting. It's exciting to finally be moving on to a new project. Not that the other ones are done, but the writing section is done, so now it's more managing and getting doing feedback and rounds with the artists. So yeah, that is what is in store for me. Feel free to share in the chat if there's anything that you're working on. Also, before you sit down, make sure if you need something to drink, get a drink. Get some snacky snacks. I am, one of the reasons why we're doing an abbreviated session is that I am slightly under the weather. So I will actually be, drinking tea, maybe, yeah. I rushed my tea as well, so we'll see if that's any good, but I'll be drinking some tea to kind of calm my stomach and make sure it feels well. And, yeah, just working on all the things. I think I just kind of lost my own thoughts. But no, so I'll be drinking tea, but I encourage you to get a beverage. That's what I meant to say. Or some water as well to stay hydrated. It helps be productive. But yeah, that is what's in store for today. We only have 30 seconds left, so I'm excited for today. It's a different type of writing sprint. It's been a different type of month. And just in general, October was a productive month, but it was a busy month. So I'm hoping that November is a bit more easy peasy lemon squeezy, a bit more, sailing smoothly, and it's just a bit more getting a chance to be productive. Just got to stay healthy. Honestly, that's gonna be the the big focus and honestly the big obstacle for October or for November is staying healthy. So without further ado, that is the end of the intro. So we will go on to our first writing sprint. So yeah, I'll see you on the other side. Good luck. stop. Okay. Not sure that is. wow, okay. That is round 1. I almost got done with my application, and then I closed it and lost all my progress, so that did not go well for me. But let me know how things been for you. Welcome, Cajun. It's let me know how you've been, how your Halloween went, and then if you're working on anything today. I finally got my video edited. Nice. I did it under 20 minutes. It's awesome. Yeah, editing takes forever. I enjoy it now more than I used to, but it's still such an undertaking. It's still such yeah. It's probably my least favorite part about being a YouTuber. That and having to be like a tech whiz when things go wrong. I've had some crazy like setup malfunctions in the past couple of weeks, and it's just been crazy. But it's always it's nice to be done. It's nice to have an accomplishment under your belt. What's your new video about, if you don't mind me asking? I think I'm finishing up the snow grave route, hopefully, fingers crossed, this weekend. That'll be my big thing. But I love Deltarune. The special bosses does get me a lot, so I kind of feel like I need to start mentally prepping for Undertale. I don't know if Undertale is harder or easier, but I feel like I worry actually that I might struggle there as well. But I've loved the Snowgrave route so far. It's been really, really cool. And all the feedback's been really, really good. I need to have like a Deltarune study session at some point. I was thinking about doing like a live Deltarune study session. I just have to jump into some of these ideas. I love them when I think of them, and then I start trying to figure out how to execute them, and then I get really, really what do you call it? Anxious and like hesitant, and then I end up not doing the idea. So I randomly started doing my New Year's goals for 2026 today, and I was like, that's gotta have to be one of them. It's being a bit more what's the word I'm thinking of? Just willing to fail, I guess, is really what it is. Like, not always thinking of bad ideas. It's like, or thinking of ideas that you're not sure about as bad ideas. Like, you have to test things, so, you know. But yeah, it's mostly the way I edit. It takes me a while. The Great Food Debate, Food Critic. The Great Food Debate, Food Critics 3. Nice. I think I've watched one of those. Has it been a while since you've published one of those? Because I think I've seen your meme ones. I think that's the last one Is that the last one I watched? I feel like I'm behind on everything this week. And then my IG chat hasn't been working either, so that hasn't helped. I keep on getting like an error whenever I try to send a message, so yeah, that doesn't help at all. But cool. Nice, that's fun, Glitch. Welcome, by the way. So, what kind of trip is this? A school trip, or is it a fun trip? Yeah, business or pleasure. That's so fun. Okay, it's been a while. Okay, I was like, I don't remember seeing a Food Critics one for a while. I look forward to checking that out. 20 minutes, that's actually pretty long, so you must have covered a lot of food in your critique. Yeah, I'm working on, I hope to finish my application this round and not close it, and then I'll start moving on to Blood and Insight issue 2, which is fun. I'm looking forward to that. Even though I can feel my brain struggling a little bit to switch modes, because I've been in fantasy mode so long, so Fortunately, I have like an outline for Blood and Insight, so I should be able to jump back in. But it's funny to feel like that shift, like, oh no, you've been in fantasy mode for so long. Now it's it's a little off. But as always, I will check the chat. And feel free to speak and talk as you please. Or if you're working, that's also wonderful. And then I will see you at the end of the 25 minutes. Talk to you later. Good luck. so this is our last break. Just occurred to me, I don't know if I said that during the last break. Today's gonna be an abbreviated session. We're gonna end at 7 this week, just so I can keep this health in check. But I wanted to write today and get online and focus on getting some stuff done. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this. So thank you all so much for joining me. Things went well. I got my stuff done, and I'm starting to get back into the mindset of Blood and Insight. It's been about, I think, well over a year now since I worked on issue 2. So I gotta readjust and get back in and make sure I know what I was talking about. But it's nice to switch it up and get back into another series that I've been working on. So yeah, let me know how things went for you in the chat. I know we were talking about Black Friday sales. And yeah, I'm 100% with you, Cajun. These grocery prices need to go on sale. That needs to be it needs to be that Black Friday sale that starts before Black Friday and goes through the entire next couple of months. Because I got my groceries this morning and I was like, I didn't even get that much, and I easily had $100. This is ridiculous. So yeah, grocery Black Friday sales would be amazing. Holidays are coming up, people are not spending like they used to. Yeah, it's been interesting. My job is also, I get to see sales, right? Sales for a client. And there was a small dip, I think last week. But I think there's way more dips coming. Everything's too expensive. Everything's just too expensive. So it'll be interesting to see how the holidays go, especially if things keep up the way that they are right now. It'll be interesting for sure, just because things are so tough all around. I feel like everyone can feel it too, so it kind of stinks. Yeah. Positive vibes. Hope the right thing happens and people get their benefits. And if you know, you know. It's probably how I'm gonna end that. Yeah, but I would love some sales. I would also, what do you call it? Today, is it today? The new Hyrule Warriors game came out, and I was like, man, I know that, the Switch 2 is gonna be so expensive. Even if it's on sale, right? I think even if it went on sale, it'd still be like $400, so I won't be able to get a Switch 2. But I would love to play the new Hyrule Warriors. Was it War of Imprisonment? That would just be absolutely amazing. Yesterday I wore a Zelda dress. I forgot. It's today. I have just a gray sweater on. But yeah, huge Zelda fan. So that game coming out, I was like, oh, I want to play it so bad. But I'm sure those will be on sale as well. I just don't know. I have so many games in my backlog now. It doesn't make much sense for me to buy many games besides something like, Hyrule Warriors or I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I already bought Undertale to get prepared for January, so I saw that went on sale and I was like, done. But yeah, otherwise, I'm kind of trying to save up just to make sure if things go crazy, I have money saved. Oh, holiday memes would be awesome, Cajun. Get us some laughter for the holiday season. Yeah, it'll be interesting to kind of see what I do for my channel next. Because I need to finish Snowgrave, and then I have been bouncing between 2 different games, but most of them are long, so we'll see. Have to figure out what's next for the channel, but excited for it. This has been a good year so far, so everything gaming-wise is just out of this world. So yeah, it's definitely kind of being like, let me make sure I save my little gems for when things go crazy. So yeah, this will be our last round. I started a little late, so we'll go past 7, but I'll always do the outro as always, and I always will check the chat. So I will see you after the 25-minute mark. Good luck. And talk to you soon. There we go. that flew by. But it went well overall. I enjoyed it. It's weird to be back in like the beginning stages of a story. But it's nice. Let me know how things went for you. I'll be catching up on the chat as we do the outro. Like, main character, not the leader. Nice. I'm excited for the Digimon. Even just to be older. I always felt like Pokemon was more like child friendly, while Digimon was more like teenagery. And so it's nice to see the characters maybe not be so pre-teenish and childlike if they're actually now like teens. So I would be interested to go back and watch it. But you're right, Digimon is definitely like having a good year. 2025 is kind of their year, which is awesome. The new Digimon reboot has a real potential enjoying. Did they ever finish? What was that? I can't remember what it was called, but it was all of the characters from season 1 now in like, are they middle school or in high school? But they were older. They weren't adults, but they were older. And it was like a special OVA series or something like that. And I remember watching it and really liking it. And then it got kind of boring, if I'm being honest. But it picked back up towards the end. And because they introduced like this weird Digimon that was like a cat that seemed like it was kind of evil but wasn't evil. I totally forgot about that show until you mentioned Digimon. But did they ever finish that or bring in like the Digidestin from season 2? I might need to go on like with the holidays coming up, I'm hoping to have a couple of staycation days. And Digimon, just going down the Digimon rabbit hole might be a good way to spend some of those days. So I have to keep that in mind for the winter. Look good. Digidestin will start more of this time. Nice. One thing better, not keep writing off Leomon. Bro, killing off. Ow. I love that he has been a constant, because he doesn't get introduced. Leomon doesn't get introduced until pretty late in the original, like the first season. But ever since he's been introduced, he's been kept, and I appreciate that a lot, actually. They're on Tubi. Get out. Yeah, a lot of the shows, I feel like they start off really, really good, and they always have like that saggy middle. And so that's one of the reasons why I loved the OVAs for the Digimon, because I was like, oh, these are meant to be a bit more compact. And they were doing really good there for like 3 or 4 seasons of the OVA. But yeah, they got to 1 season and I was like, what is this? What's happening? They also got really kind of creepy at one point. I swear, yeah, now I think about it. The final one of the final bosses was very, revealed. And it was a humanoid type of Digimon. I remember being like, this feels a little off. Maybe I did finish it. I just think this is odd and stopped watching it. I don't know. I love Digimon, but there are times where I'm like, y'all are dancing on some lines. Just saying. You're like Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a couple of moments where I'm like, that character's a little racy for a kid's show. If you made this a full-blown teen show, I guess fine, but I feel like back when we were kids, everything was aimed at like 10-year-olds, so it was a little much sometimes. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check out the Digimon games and the new show. The show will be easier to check out just because I can have that on in the background. But yeah. I'm sorry I have to end things early this week. Yeah. I've just been on the cusp of feeling sick, and I'm like, the best medicine is rest. I gotta make sure I get my rest in. And It's funny, Cajun, that you asked about the time change. I have not been adjusted to the time change. I usually love falling back, but my body is still very much in the original or the previous time zone. So I keep on waking up early. I can't get used to like the darkness. It's been a much rougher transition for me this year. So I haven't been getting sleep the way that I normally would. And then work has just been stressful. So on top of everything else, I think it's just kind of hitting my immune system. Plus, where I live right now, we have that weather where it's like 32 degrees in the morning, and by the time it's like noon, it's 75 out. So it's those huge swings in like weather too that I think they're just slowly chipping away at my immune system, and I gotta keep this bad boy strong. I don't have that many vacation days, so I cannot afford to get sick, that's for sure. Digimon Season 1 through 4, Beat Breaker is the better Beat Breaker. Okay. One Cut Later series and interests me. Yeah, I haven't tried the reboot. I can't remember what the other Digimon one was, but I'll have to check it out. I gotta get back on Crunchyroll. I haven't been on Crunchyroll in forever. I think it was OVA. I can't remember. It's been a while since it came out, though. Yeah, I can't remember. I'll remember it and send it to you in the chat. By the way, I'm sorry I've been MIA in our chat. My Instagram isn't working. So, messages are very hit or miss for me. Digimon, maybe that's what it was. Digimon Reboot. That's what it was! Digimon Adventure 02, the reboot movies. Yeah. They were really good. They got a little slow, but the first like 3 or 4 were amazing, and then it had like a slow, like saggy, weird middle part that I remember being like, what is this? And then maybe I did finish it. And then so I kinda remember some kind of ending. But I don't know anymore. I have to go and check. Because it's been at forever. No, and then they started 02. So yeah, I'm super behind. So I do remember waiting for them to bring in like the season 2 characters into Digimon, the reboot. Because those are I have yet to see the newer Digimon series, but those are of course my favorite characters. Because they were the originals. So the original characters and then the season 2 characters, they were so tightly connected that it felt like a good extension of the world. And then you even had like Kairi and TK that, were in both seasons. So I remember really liking the reboot for this. Yeah, I have to check these out and catch up. Yeah, reboot. Yeah, the IG chat's been super weird, so I apologize that I've been MIA. And yeah, you're spot on, Il. It is the reboot. I didn't realize that in 2023 they'd brought 2 new ones out, so I have to catch up on those. Il, if I don't get any work done because I end up watching Digimon, I'm blaming you. Just saying. Now that I know all of this, my brain's like, how can we fit this in over the next couple of weeks? It'd be fun to watch. Because yeah, they did a really, really good job. They did a good job on rebooting everything. It felt like the original, but elevated, and it just flowed well into their older version of themselves. So it was a good story. Because yeah, I think that's like an adult or a teen. Was it Daisuke? So yeah, man. Gonna have to put that on my list of things to do for sure. Oh. But alright, I think I'm gonna a lot of shows watch Growing Up Darker. Yeah! Which I appreciate it. I feel like they were good. Yeah, I don't regret that at all, them being darker whatsoever. But I am gonna go ahead and get some dinner. I'm gonna probably turn in early tonight. After drinking some orange juice and eating some dinner to make sure I don't to make sure I get healthy and do well for the weekend. But thank you all so much for joining me and chatting with me. It's always fun to geek out. Yeah, these are always really, really fun. I might need to start doing just, just chatting or geek out moments. So we can just have fun geeking out about something. So, again, coming up with ideas for 2026. So I might have to put that on my list. But I'm going to go ahead and log off because this is a long... The outro has been over for a while. And this is a long departure. So thank you so much for joining me. And I will see you in the next video. Talk to you later.